Hello, welcome to the Joe Cortez Show here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment capital of the world. Talking about entertainment, wow. I got somebody on the show today who likes to entertain people here in Las Vegas. But I'm not talking down on the strip. I'm talking about off the strip. We're talking about Kristi Kittendorf. Welcome to the show, Kristi.
Thank you so much, Joe.
Kristi. Okay, Kristi's director of the... your location is called the Activity Director of Las Vegas Meadows here in Las Vegas. It's
Activity Director, yes.
It's a 55 and over facility.
Yes.
Yeah. So how long you been there? You've been there like 17 years already?
I've been there 17 years, May 1st, and I guess I'm on my way to the 18 years, so we're just having a lot of fun there.
Not many people hold on to that position so many years at one location.
No, just surprising. So maybe I'm diamond in the dust or whatever that
They must be treating you good, very good there.
They treat me very well there.
Yeah,
treat me very well there, yes.
That's good to hear that. Now, I was there a couple of weeks ago. I was there talking to your seniors.
Yes.
As an inspirational speaker that I am. And we had a good time talking to the seniors. And I met some people there. They were unbelievable. There was one lady, Tina Bonds.
Tina Bonds, yes.
Tina Bonds, 84 years old.
She is amazing. And we have a lot of amazing residents there. Yeah. It's from 55 plus community, and we have 55 to 95 living there. And Tina is one of those residents that just lights up a room. She dances and loves Tina Turner. I've met her many times. Yeah. She'll be Tina Turner singing, and I'll, with some other residents, will be her backup dancers.
She had a good voice.
Oh, her voice, and she gets down. I always tell her, get down with your bad self. Yes, get down with your bad self. I'm always telling her. She just rips up the floor.
What I loved about her, she was telling me she plays ping pong like 3 or 4 times a week.
Yes, ping pong, yes.
She loves to dance.
Ping pong. She's in our ambassadors group, which is a group that welcomes new residents, and she's a longtime resident.
So she's like a volunteer, so she does a lot of volunteer work.
And we have a lot of those in the community.
Well, that'll keep you young and keep you going.
That's what we think. I mean, it's important to have an activity director. I hear of different communities that do not have an activity director. And it makes me sad in a way because it's like, oh yeah, we're just sitting there, maybe we'll have a potluck every once in a while or we'll watch a movie or something, and it's like, gosh, you guys have worked so hard your whole life. You're finally retired. Have some fun.
Exactly.
And that's what I feel is what I get to come to everybody's home every day. Yeah. My days that I work there at the Meadows, and it's just having some fun. And my part in being activity director is making sure their spiritual, mental, and physical attributes are being met. And everybody's got different things that they're involved in. Not everybody's going to play ping pong. Not everybody's going to come and watch a movie. Not everybody's going to come and dance. But that's what my key thing in my job is, just to figure out who does what and wants to do what. We'll start out with a new activity, and all of a sudden, people I haven't seen in a couple of years, all of a sudden, there they are. And I'm like, yes, because then you pick something like, it piques someone's interest.
So you got to be like a psychologist in a way, too.
I wear many hats then.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, you got to really figure them out, and you got different personalities. And
we have a lot, as I always say, we have a lot of personalities here, it's just like every community.
And for those that don't want to do anything, what do you do to try to encourage them?
Oh, gosh, it's trying to get to know what they're interested in. There's going to be some people that are they just want to sit home in their lazy boy and watch soap operas all day. That's fine. But let's see what might interest them. They may be interested in, we have a chair exercise. We have this wonderful Japanese lady that comes and teaches the chair exercise. We have water aerobics 3 times a week. Now we have
yoga.
Oh yeah, we have a beginner session and we have an advanced water aerobics class.
How about the salsa dancing?
Salsa dancing, we don't have that, but I like that idea.
Well, maybe I gotta
Can you come teach that?
I go there to teach you guys how to do a little salsa.
Yeah.
Little moves.
No, but I'm always open to anything, and I have residents. I mean, I have my little bag of tricks. Yeah. But if you don't listen to what your residents want to do, you're not going to have anybody participating in anything.
If they don't want to dance, I'll teach them how to box.
There you go. Yeah, let's do that.
Have a little seniors boxing tournament.
I like it. Let's do it.
Let them punch each other out.
That would be interesting.
There's a program here in Vegas that I call the Masters Tournament, and I saw it the other day. I was at one of them about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And they were giving championship belts for seniors. They were like over 35. There was guys fighting in the 70s. I couldn't believe it. I said, hey, I told the doctor, hey, doc, you got to be careful with these people. I mean, taking blows to the head like that.
I can't even. It makes me laugh because, as I said, there's all kinds in our community.
Yeah.
And I think there'd be a couple there that would be like to take on.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah. But I'm glad that you're doing what you're doing. I mean, now there's sometimes there's seniors that maybe they sit home all day long and watch soap opera, but maybe something a little not right with them. Maybe they're starting a little dementia.
We do, and we do get that. And it's one of the ladies that I deal with, Deanne Cameron. I think she's been on this program. Over the years, being in my position for 17 years, you kind of get some outside community outreach. So I kind of know where to outreach if I find somebody is having, let's say, some dementia, that kind of thing. And what was really interesting about COVID is it pretty much took everybody out for 3 years.
Right.
And it was really interesting. There's people that I hadn't seen for a while because we actually had to close the clubhouse down for a while just to be safe. And it was really interesting. There was quite a handful of residents that I saw them again. And it was like, oh, you could really see there was some cognitive decline. Right. And you're kind of like, oh gosh, that whole COVID thing, I know people out there are like, yeah, that was really rough. It was really rough.
Well, I got hit with it myself pretty bad. I was hospitalized.
That's right.
I got hospitalized for 5 months. And I made it through, but I mean, sometimes there's some seniors that don't have people. I had a lot of support from my family. Yeah. My family, my daughters, my wife, everybody, a lot of support from family members. And a lot of friends too.
Yes.
But some seniors don't have anybody.
That's correct.
And that's the scary part about it.
And that, exactly, you hit the nail on the head. Head of the nail? That's, but it really, if you don't have, there's that saying, you use it or you lose it.
Right.
I'm a big proponent on that, and I see it, and I really saw it during COVID, and it really kind of took me back, going, "Gosh, how are we going to get everybody back to normal?" And we really didn't get back to normal until about maybe 6-8 months ago.
Yeah, but it's that depression sets in, the anxiety, all of that.
It was everything.
It's better them living it by themselves.
Yes.
Never mind having to be on lockdown.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's why when I went to speak with them, I wanted to see, making sure that people were okay. But there was one lady who was not in favor of seeing doctors. She didn't want to see doctors.
Yes.
I'm not going to mention any names.
No.
but I mean, she was not a fan of doctors because she had a bad experience with a doctor. I told her, well, there's other doctors out there.
Yes.
You got to get a physical because, you reach a certain age in life, you got to see where you're at. Whether your sugar, your high blood pressure, your heart, anything can be going wrong with you.
Absolutely.
You don't know if you don't get a yearly exam, or at least when you reach a certain age, you should get at least 2 or 3 exams a year.
And you can encourage people, and I'm not saying you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
Right.
And I was there when you had that conversation. You seemed really concerned. I didn't even know that myself, so I was like, oh wow. So hopefully her partner that was there will hopefully do that. Yeah. But then again, you can't make anybody do anything. Yeah. You can give them the information and say, this might be in your best interest, but you can never make anybody do anything they don't want to do, even though you're like, Oh,
so sometimes you got to wonder, though, sometimes there could be something in their head that's not right.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they can't focus right. And I think I think of people that are that way, have a little sign of dementia, they don't want to admit to anything.
Mm-hmm.
They think they're okay the way they are.
Yeah, I know that resident really well. I don't think that's what we're dealing with here. I think she just had a really bad experience, and so hopefully.
I hope she comes back.
I hope so too. Yeah, just to it's always good just to kind of see where you are you just kind of get a baseline, as doctors say, is get a baseline of where you are with your blood sugar, your heart, that kind of thing. Because as you get older, those things kind of need to be a little bit more monitored than when you were
about
younger.
where to go. What do you do for individuals that need some help? What do you advise? You give them, some kind of anything, whether it's having a neighbor you can talk to, or where can they go locally? Like we had Deanne Cimarron, who's in charge of the senior program up here in Las Vegas.
Yes.
And she was appointed by the governor to that position.
Yes, she's a great lady. I know her well.
Yeah,
she's a great source of information. There are several places that people can go, even online. There's BetterHelp online that you can actually stay in your home and you can Zoom with a counselor if you'd like. There's also a thing called the Royal Pages, royalpages.org, I believe it is, and I go to that a lot. It's a whole book that the Las Vegas government, I don't know if it's the government, it's the city, I think it is, that put out, and it's probably about 60 pages of places that seniors can go to, whether it's housing, you need help physically, financially. It's a great book to have, and it's royalpages.org, I do believe. It's a great resource book for people.
That's good for you seniors out there watching the show. That's a good location to go to for help, because
for sure.
A lot of seniors out there that don't know who to call for anything. And we had a program you do, Chris, and your program there, Kristi. You're a director, but not only with activities, but also you help them out with many things. Some of them have a lot of issues that sometimes they got to get a will done, maybe, and you have to where to send them to for that.
Yes. We are always having someone come and to speak to residents about, there's the Help of Southern Nevada, which helps with your home. There is different lawyers that'll come. There's this, it's the Southern Nevada Legal Group that will come. They're specifically for seniors out there. But just there's the Catholic Charities. There's the Help of Southern Nevada. There's so many things out there for seniors that, if you do live in a community that's a senior community, so either your manager or activity director should know those things. There's always help out there.
You have what kinds of pamphlets you give out to them so they can read about it, where to go to for help? A pamphlet?
Actually, I have over the 17 years, I have actually a big box. And anytime somebody needs something, I'll go into that box and I'll okay, and I can pull out 2, 3, 4, here's what you need. There was a gentleman that his wife was passing, unfortunately, and he was looking for hospice. You don't deal with this every day.
Right.
He calls me, Kristi, I need help. And okay, I go into my little box and I pull out hospice and I gave him 5, 6 places he could go to for help. There's a resident who needs a ramp put into their home. There's a place, I think it's either Roar or it's the Help of Southern Nevada can lead you to the right direction. They will put ramps in for seniors.
And these are no cost for them? No cost?
No cost. No.
That's good.
No.
That's a lot of good things for the seniors to know.
Absolutely.
That these are things that are available for them, because sometimes you think that they don't want to pick up the phone to call. They're afraid they're going to charge them for those services, and see those services are free to you. So you just call up and find out. It's no cost to you if you need a ramp in your home. I'm sure if we in the near future we'll get more information, phone numbers directly. But you say the program is called what?
There's a Rebuilding Together is another program. There's
Together?
Roar. There's Roar.
Roar?
There's Roar, ROAR. It's an acronym for something. I don't remember what the acronym is, but and then there's also the Help of Southern Nevada.
So they can
reach
call.
out.
They can reach out to them and call up. Is there a number like they can reach out like at the city hall at the senior program? They can call the city council or somewhere where they can give them direction. They can call and get a guide.
There's several. Councilwoman Olivia Diaz happens to be our councilwoman, and she has been phenomenal in helping us. So if you reach out to your council person, that's probably the most immediate help you can get from somebody. But in our district, I believe it's District 3, it's Councilwoman Diaz. And she has been phenomenal in helping us with different things. So reach out to your council person if you need some, just even questions or need something.
And if they don't know who the council person, they can just call City Hall and ask them a phone number for the council.
Absolutely, yeah.
Person in,
Yes,
in their ward.
I don't remember how many wards are here, but every, 10, 12-mile radius has a ward.
Yeah.
And where I work, our ward is Ward 3, and that's Councilwoman Diaz. And she has just been, we just reach out to her. We've had issues where, we were concerned about this, that, and whatever. And she'll come out, and Arlene is her right-hand lady. And they have just been phenomenal in trying to get answers for us and reaching out, and just has been phenomenal. It's been a really good experience.
What can you tell our viewers out there in reference to scams?
Oh, scams. Oh, gosh. Especially with the artificial intelligence now that's out there. One of the things is they're saying is that and I actually got a phone call, which was crazy. They'll call you and they'll pretend that they're your son or daughter or your grandson or granddaughter, and they will actually have their voice. And they'll say, "Hi, Grandma, I'm in jail or I'm in the hospital. I got in a bad accident. Can you send me money?" And of course, the grandparent, oh my gosh, poor Jimmy. Don't fall for that. Just say, okay, hang up and actually call your grandchild, your son or daughter, and actually call them and see if they're okay. That's happening a lot, and it's really scary.
It's happening thousands of times a day throughout the country. I mean,
they actually take the voice of your relative off of their phone on the conversations, and they turn that voice, and you think you're talking to your grandchild.
Yeah, they have a regular conversation.
And so, what I would think would be also a good thing when you're talking is to get a code word or a password. You can say, "Okay, what's the password?" Ask Jimmy what the password is.
Good idea.
And they won't have it and then they'll hang up. That would be a good thing to talk to your grandchildren with. Just say, let's get a password.
That's right.
Just have it as like the first dog or something. No one would know.
I mean, what they can do today with the modern day technology, there's so many things that they do out there about.
Oh yeah.
They can clone your voice. They can clone anything.
Yes.
And if you also check up if you own a home, that they can also get your information and they can put a lien on your house, or they can own your house without even knowing it.
And it's amazing. It's always amazing to me is these people that have this much time on their hands, they're not making the world a more productive, positive place. They're using it for, just evil. It's just evil.
Everything's bad.
And seniors. It tugs at their heartstrings. Their children and their grandchildren tug at their heartstrings. And also, there's been scams where you'll get a boyfriend. A guy will, through the Facebook page, will friend you. And next thing you know, he's, I'm in love with you.
Yeah.
Oh, and next thing you know, you're sending him money because, this happened. Oh, my tooth broke. I need a crown. Can you send me some money? He's probably some guy living in his parents' basement.
That's right.
It could be a woman even, but they're just scamming people. So don't give your information to anybody. They call you on the phone. They want your social security number.
Don't do it.
Do not give it to them. Don't give out your information. No one needs to know your stuff.
Don't give out any personal information to anybody out there because there's a bunch of scam artists out there. That's what they live off every day. You get there's millions of calls around the country every day. Talking about millions, not just a few, millions of calls every day. You get your people on your phone. If you got a cell phone, you get these unknown numbers. Don't pick it up unless you know the number. If it's that important, they'll leave you a message. Then you call them back. You know, so many scams out there every day.
Well, the thing is, too, is that they wouldn't do it if it didn't work.
Right.
So obviously it's working.
It's working.
And they just kind of go down the line there, and they're making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And it's dollars that they did not earn. You worked hard for your money. Keep your money. It really makes me mad.
I had a gentleman who was working for me, an older guy, and he was doing a little work. Then he retired from us. And when he told me, I got a call the other day from somebody, and it was a utility company, and they said that my utility is going to be cut off if I didn't pay my bill. And he said, how much is my bill? He said, it was about $100-some odd. He said, if you don't pay, we're going to cut it off today. If you pay right now, we'll fix it all up today. You will not get terminated. So he said, well, give me the information. So they gave me information. He sent him $500, and then after he hung up, he started thinking about it. Then he called the utility company, and they said, no, your bill's up to date.
Yes.
You know, it was a scam. They got you. So
that is just gross.
And that happens every day.
All the time.
They get the seniors out there, and they get the young folks. Young folks because they're inexperienced, and the seniors because they're more vulnerable to fall for that.
Just hang up and just call, just like your friend did. If it doesn't feel right, you know if you're paying the bill, or maybe as you get older, you're like, oh, maybe I didn't, I don't know. But, okay, hang up and actually call the company yourself, and they'll let you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And then if you are behind, they'll do a program with you.
Exactly.
They're never going to demand all of your money.
You get all these programs. If you have Amazon or if you have Netflix, you get an email or you get a voicemail that to pay up your bill is going to be cut off if you don't pay it up today. You know, there's a lot of scams out there. People fall for it, and they send the money right away. Whether it's $20 a month or whatever, they'll pay it, and they get scammed. And they get 1,000 people out there at $20 a pop. You figure it out. That's what these guys are making every day. That's why they do it so much, because they live off of it. They get good money from it.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be a fool. Don't fall for it.
No, do not. Hang up.
Yeah.
It's too bad. Back in the day when we actually had our phones. Yeah. Right now you can't. If you were mad, you could slam down that phone. Today you can't. You just have to press the button.
You can't slam it down.
Be dramatic about it.
You slam your phone down. I broke my glass.
You broke your phone.
I broke my phone. You can't do that.
Back in the day we could get really dramatic about it.
But it goes to show that modern day technology. Remember back in the old days, you old folks out there, remember back in the days, Dick Tracy. Remember the comic book Dick Tracy?
Yes.
They used to talk on this telephone. It was on a watch. It was a telephone.
Oh, he was ahead of his
time. Back in the 50s. And it's really happening today. That's modern day technology that's going out there today.
Have you only put the what do you call it, the money into the stock? Of that back in the day, we only known. Shoot.
Yeah.
Missed that opportunity.
But I tell you that having a lot of these scams out there every day, these scenes out there,
so
please, you gotta listen. They gotta listen to these. To us folks talking about that. A lot of these people think, I never heard about that.
It doesn't, and the thing is that it happens so often that no one's really paying attention to it. Right. I mean, they can't, unless it's like millions of dollars, they're not going to go after the people because they don't have the people. And they know that. The people who are doing that, they know that. Yeah, and it's so unfortunate. And
the government, the law enforcement out there, especially the FBI, there's a way of tracking all this information, but there's so many thousands of people who do this every day. Yeah. If they go, I've been to an FBI meeting where they talk to there's a program I belong to, the FBI Citizens Academy, and I'm an alumni of class 2004. And I've been there since 2004, so I know a lot that goes on behind the scenes.
Yes,
a lot of the stuff that goes on, they were showing us one day on a big monitor where there's all these individuals, these predators out there talking to these young folks, these young kids, and they would say, look at this individual. They were texting a little 11-year-old girl, back and forth. You see this guy, whoever was an adult. And I asked after the meeting, I asked the FBI agent, I said, are you guys going to do anything with that individual who was on there? You guys were tracking him? They said, we're going to try to do the best we can, but, there's so many thousands of them every day. We don't have enough agents out there to go after all these people. There's thousands of them every day.
Yeah.
So you got to be so careful.
And they know that, and they're until they get caught, they're going to continue doing that.
Yeah.
And it's people that you just need to stay vigilant. You just have to stay vigilant, and it's unfortunately we're in a time to do that because back as we were growing up, everything was what it was. Now you really have to be really cognizant about what's going on and where your money's going, and you really have to stay on top of things, and it's hard to do.
Now, so again, going back to advice for the seniors, they can reach out to who for help?
It's everywhere. I think Las Vegas is a really great city for reaching out if you are a senior. It's as I said, the royalpages.org is a great thing. It is the city of Las Vegas that has put that out. It's like 60 pages of even like behavioral help if you wanted behavioral help, mental help. There's several people in there, housing. There's some attorneys in there. There's transportation is in there. It's a great. I go to that book all the time.
So let's talk a little bit about transportation. I think we talked about that when I was at your location. What kind of transportation is available for the seniors? They have to get to a doctor's appointment, or they got to go shopping. What kind of program?
At our community, we do have a bus. We go out on Mondays and Wednesdays.
What's the name of your community again?
Las Vegas Meadows.
Las Vegas Meadows. Okay.
It's very centrally located on Valley View.
Okay.
And we have a bus that goes out, and then we also go out and do different activities throughout. Last night they were at the Aviators game.
Oh, wow.
And the week prior to that, they were up at Mount Charleston hiking. So
hiking, eh?
Hiking. Oh, there was hikers, and then there was the photography club.
They were hiking with the walkers.
The hikers, they hang out with the photography club who just walk around and take pictures of the beauty there. But it gets everybody out, and that's what's so important. Is just get out of your lazy boy. Walk around, go in the pool. Even if you don't want to be around people, go in the pool. Oh my gosh, water is the best thing for your joints.
And for them to get into the pool, you have accessibility for them to get into the pool.
We have a what?
Accessibility to get in that they don't get hurt.
You get on in there. You got the rail there.
Yeah, the rail.
But the water is really good on your joints.
Yeah, nice warm
so
water.
If you're having like joint pain or you just can't get it together, go in the pool.
They have a jacuzzi in it too?
We have a jacuzzi too and a sauna at Las Vegas Meadows. Yes, we do.
You gotta make
there.
Can I make a reservation?
We got pickleball. We got tennis courts.
Wow.
Oh gosh, we got it all there.
That's
We
great.
got it all. Yeah,
That's
lots
good.
of fun there at the Meadows.
Yeah. So if people want to reach out to you out there, they want to get more information about the Meadows, can you give us the information how to reach you or how to reach somebody there? Find out there's availability for them there?
Yeah, if there's anybody out there that's looking for a place, you can call the main office, 702-876-3660. If you are like an entertainer or you have something that you want to show the residents, like if you're a painter, I'm looking for someone to teach us sign language.
Sign language.
I would love to have a sign language. I would love to have a sign language person.
I only know one sign language.
Residents have been wanting it too. I'm like, you know what? I've been wanting to have it here too. So if anybody out there does sign language, I need to
Don't put the camera. Don't put the camera on me. But don't put the camera on me. But the sign language that I got, put it back on her. Put it back on her. I'll show you something.
It's probably the same sign language I have when I'm driving.
I go like today. Yeah, right.
But if you're an entertainer or if you have a talent that you want to show somebody, you can call me at my office, 702-876-0007. That's the activity office. And yeah, we're always looking for new activities or new entertainers or just what have you.
Good. We're good. I'm glad you came on the show today, Kristi.
Thank you for having me.
Because, all this information given to our seniors is needed so much. We got to have more people like you on the show to talk more about this type of program. Because seniors sometimes, they're lost. Sometimes they don't have family members that call them up on a regular basis. I want to bring you back on again in the very near future to give more information about what's going on and where the seniors can go out for more help. Because this is needed so much,
Very much so, and it's out there. And it makes me sad that people may not know where to go to get some information. So
you got that. Today you had Kristi Kittendorf,
Kittendorf. Nice German name.
Like a
Kittendorf.
kitten. Kittendorf.
Like a baby cat.
There's a town called Kittendorf
in Germany. Yeah.
That means
Kittendorf
small village?
Small village.
Okay, great. Well, you guys, thank you for tuning in today. Talk to you again in the near future. Keep your guards up at all time. Seniors out there, protect yourselves. And remember, we're fair, we're firm. And here's my champ from the senior program, Kristi Kittendorf. Bye-bye. Take care. See you
Have a
next
good
week.
day.